Hello everyone, and welcome to another royal reading here at MadWorldTarot. And if you can hear loud bird noise in the background, it's because I've put some suet balls out for them. It's freezing and they've just discovered the lovely fat and are eating. And anyway, back to the tarot, and today I am taking you to the Hamptons with me and with the tarot of the curious creatures, because we have had stories of Meghan and her attempts to network and fundraise over on the East Coast, and we also have a strange tale about Harry at the polo on Long Island, and perhaps not going very well for him. So a bit of silliness, a bit of fluff, a bit of light relief today. A difficult day in my world for the people in my world, not for me personally, but the people around me, and a terrible day for some families in the UK, parents, friends of those little girls who were in that awful attack. I sometimes wonder about the world that we are in. I really don't know. But anyway, Tarot of Curious Creatures. We're going to, I think it's East Hampton, where there was a venture capitalist summit, G9 Ventures Summit. Meghan showed up seemingly as the plus one, the possibly uninvited guest of Jamie Kern Lima. And the Royal Grift has a very interesting video she's put out explaining who and where and when and what. And this event, she speculates, was one that Meghan was not officially invited to and possibly insinuated her way into, because in all the photos she is there without a name tag and everyone else does have a name tag. And so we're going to have a little look at this. At the same time as this was going on in the Hamptons, there was a much more fancy event going on. Gwyneth Paltrow was hosting a thing. Basically, it looked like thanking people for supporting her and Goop. And she was there with Cameron Diaz and Delfina Figueras. They were having a lovely Ladies' Day celebration. And there was also a Mr. Porter dinner party going on just down the road, where Nacho Figueras was schmoozing with people like Huma Aberdeen and so on. So people that Meghan is very connected to, that you might have thought once upon a time would possibly have invited her to those events. No invite, not invited, but she showed up at this venture capitalist event with some quite well-to-do and successful women, very well-to-do, very successful. And this G9 crowd were early investors in Goop and Spanx. So Meghan possibly hoping for a bit of a helping hand, a bailout, some investment funding there. Celebrity Days and Nights tells us, and I'm quoting, the illiterate one went scouring for investors and influencers out on the East Coast and was rejected 70% of the time. Her brand is becoming too toxic, except for the bottom of the bottom. So perhaps she went, perhaps possibly she wasn't invited, perhaps she went hoping for a big cash injection, and according to Sedan, didn't get it, and also according to the Royal Grift, might have expected to be invited to certain swanky events going on around the same part of the world at the same time, and wasn't. So we're going to have a little look and see how all of that went down. What was going on? Was she really uninvited? What was she hoping for? How did she feel about being left out of the really the power broking, networking kind of events that were going on with some real high flyers? And how did she do when it came to raising funds? Was it as unsuccessful as Sedan tells us, or was it a smash hit? A huge success for Meghan and Markle. And I'm losing my voice. So how are we doing? Oh, we're good. We're good. Let's see what the cards have to tell us. Let's remind you, it's just tarot for fun and entertainment, all my opinion, all speculation. Just read energy here. And of course there is a disclaimer in the box below. Please read it, form your own opinions about what is going on. And there we go. And we have a Four of Cups. That's a rejection card. The Four of Cups. Indifference, apathy, people not really falling for it, whatever it might be. Just generally nobody really feeling the love. If the cup is offered, the cup is rejected. Nah, thanks, but no thanks. So I think that this Four of Cups is telling me that she might have really tried very hard. We saw how she was hanging on to poor Jamie Kern-Lima in that unfortunate photo. The claw, as some people call it, was well in evidence there, clutching onto her, and the big smile. But perhaps other people around weren't quite so enchanted. Investors, celebrities, people holding more glamorous events that didn't invite her. It's all sitting in that Four of Cups for me, energetically, in my opinion. Of course, the situation that we are dealing with. And we've got the Temperance card in reverse. That is the angel upright, modesty, moderation, patience, the angelic behavior, harmonious, everybody loves. It's in reverse. So however much smiling went on and clutching at arms and appearing in photos with other people, people who were wearing name tags and possibly were invited. The Temperance energy is in reverse. The angel has turned into a bit of a devil, a bit toxic, a bit clingy, a bit obsessed, a bit unwelcome, that energy, and possibly people seeing through it. What did Celebrity Days and Nights say? Her brand is becoming too toxic, except for the bottom of the bottom. There it is, Temperance card in reverse, just reading energy. That's what the energy is telling me, and all my opinion. Was she there as an invited guest, or did she just sort of insinuate herself? Was she meant to be there? Ooh, I've got the Knight of Cups in reverse. I don't think that she really was invited. And of course, this is all my opinion and speculating and all the rest of it. Because the Knight of Cups upright is welcome, is pleasant, affable, popular, says the right things, can schmooze, can do all the good stuff. It's in reverse. That tells me that she possibly did just I keep using the word insinuate herself, but that's the word that's coming through for me, so I'm going to keep using it. I think that she twisted arms. She might have being quite emotionally manipulative. That is my opinion. I'm speculating about how she got her way there, whose private jet she managed to scramble onto as it was hurtling down the runway. Was she clumping after it in those giant feet and hanging on grimly to the wings as the plane took off? Who knows? But I don't think she was really welcome there. That is my opinion with the Knight of Cups in reverse. What was she there to do? Why did she feel she wanted to be there? And we have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Oh dear. What's interesting, the Knight of Pentacles is there with a horse, and we're hearing strange things about Harry and the polo just down the road. More or less at the same time. It's in reverse. The Knight of Pentacles is a Harry card, very much Earth sign Prince. He's in reverse. Harry letting her down, disappointing her, perhaps cutting off some of the funds and saying, no, you can't waste my money, my lovely inheritance I'm getting from the Queen Mother. All very controversial. Some say yes he is, some say no he isn't. Even newspapers and Lady C seem to give out different messages about that. But no, you can't have that money. That money's mine. There is speculation she might have already pocketed the money from Penguin Random House. There's a bit of a rumor going around about that, the advance. But no more money forthcoming from that Knight of Pentacles. The bank of the Knight of Pentacles might be shut for launching things like American Riviera Orchard. It's somebody who is on a path that is really not working out, and it's the path to wealth and abundance. It's the long, slow, steady journey to success. The Knight of Pentacles, reliable, dependable, one foot in front of the other. Off you go with the reward, very clearly in sight. It's in reverse. That path is blocked. Harry might have blocked it, but she's looking elsewhere for funding, but it's not going well. It's really not going well. That path that she's on is a very shaky path. It's a very uncertain path financially. And so she needs a top up. She needs somebody with a willing to give her a big cash injection. She was seen at that venture capital event in Montecito a while back, hoping for some funding from them. Maybe it didn't work out. Maybe this is why she had to go chasing after that private jet as it was going down the runway, and hang on to the wings until they opened the door and let her in. Let us see how she feels about not being invited to the other swanky do's where Delphina was with Gwyneth and Cameron Diaz, and Nacho was with some real serious movers and shakers. How did she feel about not being invited? Queen of Cups in reverse. This is tears on the floor. Very upset, very disappointed, but I'm a Duchess. I'm royal. I'm Princess Meghan. And you haven't invited me. Tears, tears, tears. Can't believe how mean and cruel people are. They don't love me. They're so mean. These were my friends, and they're all sneaking around behind my back and leaving me out. Very sad, very sorry for herself, over emotional about this. Definitely, that's what's coming through. Energetically, my opinion, let's see how much money she managed to raise on this trip to the East Coast. Was it successful or not? I got the Emperor. That's a very successful card. She might have managed. I mean, they're saying 70% of the time she was unsuccessful. That leaves 30% that was successful. So this is not an entire disaster for her. This is somebody very big and powerful might just come to the rescue of American Riviera Orchard and little Meghan Markle. It might well have been worth that scramble down the runway to get herself onto that plane and get herself to this summit, G9 summit, because that is the big bucks. That's someone very serious. That is somebody who even might say, don't worry, darling, I'll take over the whole thing for you, and you don't have to worry your pretty little head. I'll run it for you. I'll be the CEO. I'll sort everything out, and you too can be like Gwyneth Paltrow and Martha Stewart, and it will all be wonderful. I want to know if it's going to be wonderful. As I say, it looks like she got something really big there. So I want to know, how's it going to go? If she got this big investor, this real, in crypto terms, you would call it a whale. What's going to happen? Because it's all been tale of terrible woe in the rest of the reading. But no, we can't have so many cards. Well, I've got the Four of Wands. There might be something hiding under it. I think there is. But the Four of Wands is a breakup of ooh, okay. Ooh. It might be quite juicy what happens. Four of Wands in reverse is Splitsville, can be a separation. There's Harry. It's a royal family. Splitting with the royal family can also be a breakup of a relationship, a marriage. It's the reverse of the happy wedding event. It's the opposite of that. And the Tower is a kind of a divorce card and a disaster. This could be the start of something very interesting that we need to keep our eyes on. With those cards showing up, she might just have met the next Mr. Markle. Interesting and unexpected, because this energy is all pretty grim. So we leave it on that note of suspense, and we will have to watch the space and follow up. And thank you for watching the space, and I'll see you again soon.